Very good evening to you all. President Wavell Ramkalawan, Vice President Ahmed Afif, and 3 ministers visited the sites of ongoing projects on Pralais and La Digue. Projects mostly related to environment and climate change, such as the rock armoring project at Amitié Contrance opposite the football field. Waves are no longer crashing on the road and leaving sand behind following the rock armoring project. However, on the other side of the island, at the coast of Cap Sami at Besetan, the president says work needs to start immediately.
There are 1 or 2 other places, but the visit was not only to look at coastal erosion on Pralais. We also sorted out 8 plots of land for farmers. Up at Salazi, a new road that will help about 15 families. So all in all, we are looking at how best for us to take care of our coast, but at the same time unblock lands for farmers and at the same time help them to get the financing. Here on La Digue, it was mainly to look at the flooding situation. La Digue has experienced terrible flooding over the past months due to heavy rains. And so there is a plan that will cost some money, and we will see how we can finance that plan next to the playing field. And also the works at Ansever is due to start next week. If we can finish this work before the next full moon, I think we will have protected that part of the beach.
The presidential delegation also visited the beach at the La Digue Island Lodge, where a lot of sand is being eroded. The owner of this tourism establishment was given advice on how to mitigate the situation. Health ministers from small island developing states of the World Health Organization in the African region have agreed on the way forward to pool their resources to purchase medications. The decision comes after a 3-day conference attended by these ministers at the Savoy Resort and Spa. WHO Regional Director Dr. Matshidiso Moeti said the decision was one of the biggest outcomes of this meeting.
If you are buying a small quantity of anything, your capacity to negotiate a good price is very limited. So what we have agreed and organized is a pooled procurement for the small island states so that we increase the quantity of medicines that we are buying, including I'd like to emphasize Madagascar, which is not a small island state, but which has agreed to join because it's an island as well, this mechanism. And it will enable us to negotiate good prices with the pharmaceutical companies that sell medicines so that we can help people in the countries to have access to medicines. So I would really like to recognize that this is a major step and thank Mauritius for agreeing to be the secretariat for this mechanism. My expectation is that the experience of this group of small countries to pool together buying from the same companies, and let me tell you, it's not simple. There have been negotiations, steps, harmonizing how we buy together, which I believe is going to be an experience that will benefit not only the small island states, but the rest of the continent. So because we are opening it up to other countries, and I want to emphasize that this is a contribution that the small island states will make not only to their populations, but to the broader African community. So I'd like to thank them and congratulate them for taking this step to improve access to medicines broadly and starting very much with the medicines for chronic diseases, so diabetes, cancers, which are the very prevalent diseases here.
The Ministry of Education will no longer be part financing loans for students who do not qualify for fully funded government scholarships, as it has been the case since May last year under the Educational Loan Scheme. It was the Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, who said this in the National Assembly this morning while making a declaration on scholarships and loan facilities for university students. However, the students can now apply for educational loans through 6 commercial banks, the Seychelles Credit Union, the Central Bank, and the Bankers Association. They can borrow up to 800,000 rupees, which they will have 10 years years to repay upon the completion of their scholarships, which can be either local or overseas. Government, on its part, will act as a guarantor for the loans and also provide a sum of 8 million rupees, which will be used as subsidy, where it will pay up to 4% of the interest on each loan. However, students who are already studying on the existing part financing arrangements may continue to do so until the end of their contract. The Ministry of Education has expressed its condemnation of any act of violence against students or its staff following an incident that took place at the Answayal Secondary School. This was after a student injured one of the school's employees who was trying to stop a fight between two students. In a short communique, the ministry expressed regret that the incident took place, adding that it has notified the police who are now investigating this incident. The electricity supply all around Pralay has been restored. The chief of the operations at the Public Utilities Corporation, Ravin Sunasi, said that a PUC team has been working long hours during the day to locate and resolve the problem. The whole of Pralay was without electricity for several hours on Monday night.
The power supply on Pralay and Ladig has been normalized, meaning that the system itself has been restored to its original state, as it was before the fault occurred. During late evening on Monday, when the fault occurred, it took the team in Pralay almost 8 hours to restore power supply partly on Pralay and the whole of Ladig, 8 hours, leaving the faulty network unenergized. This was necessary because during that time, 3 o'clock in the morning, it was not possible to transfer consumers on the faulty network on the healthy one, because in order to do that, we had to do major modifications on the healthy network to accommodate new consumers. Additional resources were deployed from Mahi to Pralay with specialized equipment to pinpoint exactly where the fault was, and it took us the whole day yesterday and the whole night to bring the system back to its normal running condition.
And that was the news summary. Thanks for watching.